Hello guys, Almost Addicted here, and today I'm bringing out the big guns. Yes, I am. I'm doing a tutorial on this for you guys. It is huge. It's taken me so long to plan this out and get this ready for you guys. So I appreciate if you subscribe and slap that like button. Look at this. So there's the back as well. It's just a beautiful medieval house. I haven't done the interior, but I will do that in another video if you guys end up building this and want the interior doing. As you can see, I've got like a window designs, like the windows are open and stuff. It is just beast. This is probably one of the biggest. Usually I'm doing small houses and people are like, hey, we're Almost Addicted, why aren't you doing any big ones? Well, here you go. Here's a mammoth. Here's a big gorilla sized tutorial for you guys. So inside I'm going to be making it all like really cozy and stuff like that in another video if you guys want that. But yeah, so the things you will need is just so much stuff. Just dark oak stuff. You're going to need some diorite. You're going to need all the dark oaks. You're going to need stone brick. You're going to need some signs, some buttons. I've added the buttons on after. It's not in the tutorial, so you guys can add that on after. We've got the logs. We've got the windows. We've got the bushes as well. So yeah, and we've got some light grey wool and some white wool, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty some cobblestone wall and stuff like that as well. So yeah, let's build this. Further ado, let's build this mammoth. Boosh. Right guys, so let's build this. I'm going to start off with the dark oak, and we're going to start in this corner here. So we're going to put one down and then count 1 2 3 4 5, and then another 1 2 3 4 5. I'm going to take the potion of swiftness just to make this a little better. So we turn here 1 2 3, and we turn here 1 2 3 1 1 2 3. So it should look a little bit like that so far. So this is the front entrance, so 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 space. So it should look like that. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5, and then we turn in round. And again 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. So it should look like that. We put one in the middle there. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. So it's exactly the same as the other side. 1 down here, 3 spaces in between all these, and 1 2 3 4 5. In fact, for these bits, no. So we go this way. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. So you can kind of see the shape that it's taken, and then in the middle here, so there's 5 spaces there. So it should look a little bit like this. The front entrance is going to be here. Just going to put a piece of grass there so we know. So what we're going to do now is going to build all these up by 3 extra, so it'd be 4 altogether. So that's 1 2 3 4. So I'll speed this up for you guys and come back. Right, so now once we've done that, it should look like this, and we need our light grey wool and we need the white wool. And what we're going to do is we're going to go behind here and we're going to fill this all in here. We're going to fill this bit in here as well. So we bring it all the way up to the top, like this. And these are going to be kind of our windows. So we're going to fill it in like this. There's going to be some that we remove out, so it's going to be in the corners. Yeah, we're going to use the grey wool. So we're going to do this for the big one, so all the way up, and then we've got our grey all the way up, grey, light grey wool I think it is. And this is the natural texture pack, so it looks a bit different. If you're using the normal texture pack, I'd try and find something that looks kind of like this. So we've got this bit here as well, so I'll do one side and then you can copy for the other side like this. We've got our greys here, and this is going to be the front porch area, so we're going to have a window here as well. So we're going to do it up to here. We'll have our grey and then our white there. So the same for the other side on the inside, so up, bring these up, and then we'll get our grey on the top there and the white to close it together. And we're going to do the same for this front part here as well. So we're going to get the white, that's the door, all the way up. Get our greys on top and then the white to close it in. Then for this one, white, white, Get our greys on top, like that. And we're going to do the same for the other side and all the way around and at the back as well. But we're leaving these two parts here. We're leaving that and that on the inside, and this one as well. And we're doing the same on the other side. But we're doing these sides here, because these are going to be on the outside. So this is kind of going to be the inside here, so like here and there and round in this bit, so we don't need it. So I'll speed this up for you guys and then you can see exactly what I mean. So as you can see, it looks a bit like this. On the inside it's untouched, so you can go like that. So it should have the blocks on each little individual bit. So I'll just go up here so you guys can see it properly, just like that for a few seconds. You can always pause it. So we're going to do the windows that look a bit like this for the bottom half, which I think looks quite nice, and it's just simply done by two things here, and then we get our grass, put it in the middle, and then we get 3 signs, 1, 2, 3, and then of course we get our cobblestone wall, put 2 cobblestone wall there, and then all we do is get dark oak, turn it in that way, just like that. So now for the smaller parts, it's pretty much the same. As you can see, it's got that little detail with the grey bit in there. I just think it looks quite nice. So for this one, you put 2 upright like that, 2 stone stairs, and then you just simply put the dark oak facing out like that. And you do this for the smaller ones and do that for the big ones and just repeat it over. So I'll do it again for the big ones. So it's like this. Then we get our grass blocks, and we get our signs. 1, 2, 3, cobblestone wall, and you just keep repeating this pattern all the way through. So that and that. So I'll speed it up and get all these front and back is exactly the same. So it's just repeating that same process for all the windows. So I'll come back in a minute. Right guys, so once you're done, it should look a little bit like this all the way around. I've also done some window designs here that you could try out. So the top window's open there, and you can have this, so this is like both windows open. So basically I've got the black stained glass, you just put a pane down there and put it like that. If you want the top windows open, you remove these bottom ones and you just have the top ones out like that. So I just came up with this idea while I was building away, and I thought it was quite a good idea. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So now what we got to do is we get our dark oak back out, and we're going to bring this out by 1, 2, 1, 2. So we do this at the front. 1, 2, 1, 2. We're going to do it here as well. We're going to do it all the way around. 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here, and at the front 1, 2. So we're going to join these together actually at the front, so we can put this all the way across and then join these, so we can have those poking out like that. So we do it all the way around, so we're repeating the same pattern at the other side. I'll just do it real quick for you guys. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The back's different, so this is, we'll do it a bit different. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So just do the front like that, just like that, and then we've only got like this side over here to do, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So yeah, I'm kind of like freestyling this, but I'm going off another house that I did build, which will go perfectly with this one, to be honest. So it should look like that. So it's starting to take shape now. So I think for here we're gonna figure out something for there. And for this top bit now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring this out, because this is going to have kind of like a thing going across it. So I'll just plan this out, back in a second. Right, okay, so I'm going to go for a design like this. So it's basically you put it up 1 and then go across 2 like this. And basically all we're doing is, as you can see underneath here, we've got that there. So we just raise this up 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we put this across like that, and then we're just sliding it across like this, and then basically underneath we're just filling it in like that. We're getting 2 stairs like that, and then we're getting 1 slab like that, and we're just going to repeat this for every single one. Well, all the big sided ones. So we've got like that 1, 2, that 1, 2, and we'll figure out the corners. 1, 2. So we can leave that there. I'm going to figure out something for that. So if you repeat that process, doing exactly the same for there, all the way around, leaving the back, we'll do something to that, and these bits here. So I'll speed this up for you guys. Right, so once you're done, it should look a little bit like this. I'll show you what I did at the back because it's a little bit complicated. So obviously we go like this all the way around. So we've still done that pattern, and then when it comes around to this bit, I've kind of just left it bare in here. So I've kind of filled it up like I would in the top here, and then just put the balcony, because we're going to have a balcony going all the way around here. So I thought I'd leave it bare in this little bit so it like saves hassle, because as soon as you put these corners on here to try and turn it into here, it just looks a little bit funny and a little bit dodgy. So yeah, I'm just going to keep it, as you can see, I've just followed the pattern round. I've put these up on the inside, on the back. I need to do this one actually. So as you can see, you see what I mean? I'm just going to fill that in there. So for the front here, I've decided like I didn't have this bit here. So what we're going to do for this bit is we're going to bring this forwards. So by 2 with the half slab. I'm going to bring this forward so it's level with that. And underneath here, I wanted to take this out and then put a stair that way. So it's facing like that. So that's kind of like, we're going to have like a balcony up there, and then there's going to be another balcony here. So this will be like edged off kind of thing. And then we're going to do something with that, because this bit here is probably, I kind of want to raise it up, to be honest, because it's out of the way of the window then. So if we get this bit and we follow it round, but we'll just up the trunks one extra around this front area. We can then put our boards on around here, because I kind of don't want to mess with it. But I don't want to mess with the floor either, because it kind of takes out of that archway. Because if I put it across here and I put it there, I don't know. But if I put it one higher, like this, I'm just going to have like a little step going down. But I think it'll look a lot better from the other way. So we'll match it down here, and then obviously we've got a little step off there. Let's see, we can take this out actually. We can put a stair up to there, and then it's just got those little marks there. Right, so let's see what else we can do now. Obviously we've got the corners to do. We're going to fill these corners in like that. We could do it to the front like that, so then we can do that sort of shape. And then obviously we've got the balcony running all the way around. So I'll do that again. So we're going to do this. So a full 1, 2, 3, and then 1. For these bits in here, I suppose we can just put the 1 there. This is the back of the building. 1 there. So this as well, we're going to extend this to there. And to there as well. This is still the back. We've got to figure out what we're going to do for this balcony. I kind of want to... I just want to put a thing across here. Just straight across like that. Turn that into a 2. And then we can make this balcony equal. So this is kind of like the back hanging balcony. And then, because that'll be a step down, which is okay, which is cool. So we'll do this as well. So 1, 2, 3. It's all about just kind of going with it. I mean, if you guys go wrong, which you probably might on this one, because it's a bit more advanced and like I'm kind of making it up as I go along. You can just add your own sort of flair to it. I'll give you some. Let's see what we can do with this. I kind of want to do that. So for the front entrance, we go like that. We put a stair on top and 1 underneath like that. We can actually do it from the inside as well, just to give it more depth on the inside. We got like that, 1 on there, 1 on there, which I think looks rather nice. So obviously when you're coming in, we can have some leaves and stuff going in there, which that's all pretty nice. Obviously we're going to have the doorway, which is going to be there. We can have something. I just want a white block up there. Yeah. So we'll go to the back of the building now. I'm getting a stutter. Right, so that I'm gonna have the white block in there. The back building, let's have a little play around with some stuff. I kind of want to do this, so we get it like that, and then upside down stair like that. So something not too fancy. Let's just try this out, and then we can get one underneath there. It's just all about practicing different shapes and stuff that you can kind of get out. You can get it like that. I think that looks alright. Looks fairly nice, I would say. And also for these blocks as well, I kind of want to. We don't have to. You can put some of them in. Actually, I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's get this on. We'll get this back. I guess that can do like that. So for this, we can put 1 and then 1, 2 for the back of the building and this corner. So it'll take away the attention from here by just putting these little bits in here, and it just makes it more grand at the back. Obviously these bits we can fill in 1, 2, 3 and then 1 coming down. So I think it'll look quite nice like that. So 1, 2, 3, this is the back of the building. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 underneath, and then just the 1 like that. I'm going to keep the rest bare, or we could do this. What do you guys think? I'm losing my voice again. So take it out like that, and then just put the 1 underneath like that, which is alright. I kind of like it. So we take that out and then put it that way, and then just the 1 underneath, which I kind of think it looks a little bit better. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that one. So that there, we just put the 1 underneath that as well. We've filled all that in. Right, I kind of want to do something with that windowsill. I kind of want to do something, but I'm not sure yet. Let's fill that in. And this as well. So right, I think we've done the other side yet. We've still got these to do. Filled that one. Right, okay. So that's kind of the first base of the medieval Jesus. It's been a tough one, this one. See, when you do that step down, the only bad thing about that is I'm gonna have to do something like this, aren't I? And kind of, let's put a stair there, and 1 in the middle. So that's dead center there, because what we're gonna have to do is this is going to be part of the balcony. So I'll put 2 here as well, because this balcony is going to go all the way around. I'll use the spruce. I think I'll use a spruce just for a different sort of type of wood. I don't like it. Yeah, we're going to use the black. I'm sorry. So we can get to this point. We can put that over there. See what that looks like. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine like that. So we're going to run this all the way around. So over these bits as well. Obviously we're going to bring these logs up all the way around as well. So I'm going to have little windows for those. This is going to be kind of the outside. We'll work something out. We'll figure something nice out. But yeah, this is probably one of my biggest houses I have done, medieval style anyway, because I'm quite reluctant really to do really big ones, because quite a lot of you guys just like the simple small ones. You don't really want to like tackle, you know, like a big project like this. So I mean, I could finish it off now and just be like, boom, right, this is done, but I kind of don't want to. I want to make sure it's, you know, it's good, it's looking good. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to figure out some stuff. Right, back from the drawing board. I'm going to do this sort of design for the others, and then we're going to work out something for this. Obviously we're going to bring these up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we bring all these up. This is the front of the building by 5. And this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all these logs going all the way around to 5. So I'm going to do one of these for you at the side. So this is obviously just the one pole up like that. So that's the middle. We don't have to get into that. So I'm going to have to do that from the other side for you guys. So we put one either side like that. One either side like that. Then we get log. Then we put 2 out like this. 1, 2. And then what we're going to do is put 1 and then we put that all the way across. Like that. So for this bit here, on the inside what I did is just filled that with the white, put the white all the way up to the top. I put the 2 on this time, so I put 2 close to the top, so it'd be the grey wool, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the white closed at the top, like this. So for this bit underneath here, what I did was I got my stairs like that, put 1 underneath and then 2 like that, 1 like that, 1, 2, and then what I did is close it off at the top like that, unless I think I did, yeah. So then what I did is got this white on the inside was that high as well, so the window's going to be 3 high for this one. We're going to put our stone stairs like that, and then like that, and then 2 bushes at the side. So obviously for this one we'd do exactly the same. So we get that, our 1 log, 2 logs, and then we're going to have that the same, so it's joining up with that one, just like that. So for the window on the inside, you go all the way up, leaving 2 space, 1, 2, all the way up, leaving 2 space, 1, 2, like that, and then we're just going to close it off. So from the inside we do the same again, is just put the 1 and then 2 like that, 2 at the top, 1 like that, and then we close it off with a half slab. So we fill this in again, so we're filling this up like that. We don't have to worry about this because the floor level's probably going to be, yeah, around that sort of size there. So we haven't got too much worry about that bit. So we put them like that, stairs like that, and then we've got the 2 bushes. So hopefully you guys can do this all the way around. When it comes to these corner bits like this, you're going to do exactly the same. So it's just that. You put the 1 out, and then 2, then 1, and then close it all together with this. So hopefully you go all the way around. When it comes to these little bits, for these smaller ones, it's going to be the same. So we're going to bring it up like that. I think I'm going to have it, I'm not sure if I want the windows that high because at this level it's lower. So I'm thinking we can have the windows at a lower rate there, but which would mean we'd have to take out some of these here and put it like that. So we take out those. When it comes to the back, I'm not too sure how this is going to plan out, so we'll put this up. We're going to see how this turns out. We'll have it too high like that. For this bit, we can have it like that. I kind of want to just make these smaller, so we do it like that, and then we can always close those off. So we can put 1 like that, 1, 2, 1. We get the log going like that, and then we're just going to have to put a half slab underneath. So for this bit here, when it joins on, it's going to be the same height as that. Bring it up, so we've got the 1, 2, 1, 2, and close it off like that. We're going to have it at the same height like that. We might even close these bits off, but I suppose the roof will be hanging over there, so it doesn't really matter. So like that. Oh, we did it the other way, so like that, and then 2 like that. So hopefully you guys can replicate this and do it over and over. For these little bits, we're going to do exactly the same, like that. So the 1, 1, 2, that's going to be the 1, isn't it? Like that. Oh, it's magic. So we're going to have a roof that's coming over that bit, so it doesn't really matter. For this little bit here, we're going to bring this up. 1, 2. Fill these in. Do the same with this. Fill it all in. Bring it up. 1, 2. Fill that in. And then we're just doing exactly the same. So just like this. Like this. And then for this bottom bit, we've already done that one. This one, upside down. Remove these, like that. So they're a bit longer windows. We can probably add some bushes in there. I'm going to put the anvils on, I think. So for this bit, we can actually join this all the way across and get these beams to join on. Can maybe have them one overhang like that. So that's for the front. You could probably replicate that all the way around. When it gets to the back here, we're going to do the same for these posts at the side as what you did at the front there. But for this bit, we're going to bring these forwards just the same. So yeah, just an exact replica of what you've done. So I'll speed this up and show you guys in more depth once I've done it. Right, so hopefully you've got as much as you can possibly done by going all the way around. At the back, I'm going to show you, I've left that because it's pretty awkward at the back when it comes to this bit, because obviously you're not going to know which way it goes. So for this bit, I'm going to keep it 1 high on the inside. So as you can see, I've brought it up like this, so it should have 1 overhang just like that. But at the other side, because obviously this is lower, we can't do that. So we're kind of going to have different levels and stuff, but that's completely fine. So at the back, once you've done this, all we're going to do is we're going to go from here, and then we're just going to put a slab at the top like that. So obviously we've brought it out like this. So doing exactly the same, following the same pattern. So we're obviously doing this either side and then 1 down like that. So we can do this either side, 1 down, and that's obviously going to be the doorway. There's not going to be much room to get out, but we could always extend this. This is what I'm thinking. So we could extend this one out more. So we can actually walk across this back here. So we can do 1, 2 maybe. So we put 2 across like that, and then we can obviously follow it round like this. We're going to have to do some extra support beams because obviously this would fall underneath the weight, and I like to do the right amount of support beams so it would be supported properly, you know. So I'd put 1 here, and I would put 1 here. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this down. It doesn't matter if it doesn't join at the top, that's perfectly fine, because all we're going to do is just going to put a half slab in here, and we're just going to put this out like this. So we put a half slab on top, and this. So it should look like that. It's perfectly fine. What we can do is bring this out now, and this out, and we can put this going all the way along like this. Then all we can do is we can bring these 2 out like that. We can always get some extra supports underneath here, like there and there, across these 3, like that. And then so it doesn't look silly with that poking out, we can do 1 either side, 1 like that, and then we can just fence it off with that. So for the inside here, we can just fill it in. So it should look a little bit like that. On the inside, we can put 1 like that, so it gives it a bit more detail on the inside. So it's kind of nice back area. We're going to put some pebbles on and stuff like that to make it look nicer. Now for this bit, we're going to turn these in and put it like that. And for this corner here, obviously got that, and we're going to do the same so it turns in here. and then we can just put it on top like that. But kind of what I want to do for these bits is just put the anvils there and put the one going down. I can do it at the back as well. Get these here, anvils going all the way around, and then obviously fill them in. I forgot to do this one. So there, and then that at the top. Make it look a bit fancy. So those are only the small ones there. But it's just something a little bit different. When it comes to the roof designs, we're going to be filling up these bits, so don't worry about these bits too much, because the roof is going to fill all that. I think so far that is pretty nice for a back of the house. What we're going to do now, so hopefully you've managed to get all that. Now if you haven't, I'm really sorry, but this is it's a complex build to try and explain. Like, I could build this quite easy on my own without telling people, but when you have to actually explain it, it's very difficult to get it right. So for this part here, I'm going to go like that over the windowsills, like this. It's all preparation for when that roof comes in. The roof's really going to make it, I feel. So obviously we've got that, we've got this. On the inside we can now just fill in on the inside. And just fill it all in with planks at the same level as the back of the house. So when it comes to the front of the house, I'll show you what happens. It should match up, and it's kind of like a step out. Because this bit we can't really put anything on it. But it doesn't matter so much. This one we can bring it up. We can bring this up to the same level as the others, because we're going to have like little doorways in there. So I'll speed this up now. You fill all the windows in, and we put this ground level, and then we can work on the big finale, the roof. Right, so now we've got all the windows in, we have got the floor. This is where it starts to get complicated. Well, to explain anyway. So obviously this is the front of the building. We're going to take care of this firstly. We're going to go like this all the way around on these bits here as well. When it comes to the back of the building, we're going to leave that for now because we're going to have that arching up. So obviously for that bit there, and then I'm going to say there, but I'm not too sure, because for that to match up with that, this is where it gets tricky, you see, because the back roof's going to be a hell of a lot different. So I'm going to go from here and here. So as you can see there, we're going to do something funky with that roof. So we're just doing this all the way around, and this is kind of like the start of a complete nightmare of a roof. So as you can see there, we're going to leave this middle bit here because it's going to start getting a little bit complex. So for this bit here, we're going to have to go in like this before we start actually putting this up like that, because we've obviously got the one in the middle, and if we put one there, it's not going to figure out for the rest. So obviously we go like this, and then we put in these peaks on, and then we do the same again. We're just basically following this same pattern where it's block stair on top until we get up to the top, which is going to have a dark oak sticking out, and we're going to just put one on top like that. So we're going to do that for every single one going all the way around. So I'll repeat it for this side. When it comes to this side here, we're going to do exactly the same. So go like that, and then we're going to have this on top, and then we're going to get our block again. See, this is why we're going to have to do it here. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. So we do it from here, not this one here. So all the roofs have got to be, so there's one block down, and it's got to like match up the same as that. So if it doesn't, you've gone wrong. So So it's a good job like I stuck around here. So like that. Get that in the middle, and then we've got that. So we do the same for this side as well, just making sure before we go around. So we've got the one block out like that, like this. And then obviously we're going to have these turned in like this. So it'd be like this for this side, and then like this for this side. So hopefully you guys get the idea. I'll come back once I've done that. So hopefully you guys managed to do that, and it was tricky. So we're going to get these, and we're going to run all these poles from this side to this side. Hopefully they all join up if you have done it correctly. So this is kind of like the pinnacle point that you've got everything right. So hopefully I've got it right as well. So hopefully this should match up with this side as well. Perfect. And perfect as well. Look at that. I love it when a plan comes together. So now we're going to get these going all the way to the other side. This is kind of... I kind of don't want to do that, because I've got a bad feeling that this is going to affect the roof terribly. So I'm going to be careful with this. So we'll get those beams first. So we'll start here, right? So we'll start at the front of the house. So basically, the front left hand side, we're going to follow this pattern. So we're bringing this pattern round like that, and then we're doing the stairs like this, and then we're going into the block like this, like that, and then we are going to use this all the way around, and hopefully can get that, and that can go over the top. So hopefully this should work out. So this is the back of the building now. We're doing exactly the same. So we get a full block, two at the side like that. On the inside, you can take away these blocks so it kind of like comes up around like that. Follow this all the way around, so you're just following the pattern of the roof. So hopefully the roof should work with you, and it should come out fine. So that's alright. So now for this side bit. So how are we going to do this bit, you ask? How are we going to do it? I don't know myself. I do not know. So, excuse me. God, man. Right, so we're going to do that all the way to the side like that. And then do this. And when it comes to this bit for the roof underneath, we're going to have to do something magic. So we go like this, we follow the roof all the way around. And then we do this. Follow this. Hopefully following the same pattern, going all the way around. And then we get the full blocks going in. And then it should be just one, like that. So as you can see, should have made that design. You can see this on the outside. We can always bring this round like that and have like something in there, but for now we'll leave it for now. Right, so now we'll do the other side exactly the same. So I'm probably not going to skip this one out. I'm going to do this with you guys because could get quite complex. So we're following this roof design, just following the grooves of the roof that's been planned out for you. So it should be easy enough. So like this, all the way across, and then we follow the beam as well. It's just when it comes to these bits on the inside, I think they're gonna go straight across it, and then I'm gonna have like a big peak there. So for this we're doing exactly the same. We'll do the corners first, and then hopefully it all matches up with it. So now we get our stairs out. See, if I was on my own, I'd just be beasting through it like this, just. So hopefully we've got that so far, and then we bring this to the pole. We can bring this one round this time. In fact, no, we're not bringing that one down. This is how you can go wrong. So you go like that. Yeah. So this pole should have gone through the middle here. Like that. I just missed it. I'm sure you guys didn't. So straight across there, and then we're going to follow this roof pattern like this. We're going to bring it out like we did at the other side, and then we bring it in for this one. So go like that on the inside, because it's as the roof's kind of sloping down. You just kind of got to think of it in your head like the roof sloping down that way as you do that. So this would be here as well underneath. So you've got a natural incline on the roof. So that's that bit done. So now we've got these roofs. So this is the front of the building where the block is. And we're going to follow this same pattern. So we're going to go like this all the way across. And we're going to go the other side. We can do the other side at the same time. So this one's pretty easy. You can just follow it. Pretty simple. So there and there. And then we're back on the stairs again. So get the stairs back out, the dark oak stairs. The roof inside is probably going to look quite nice, I'd say. This all the way. It's just going to be tricky when it gets to get the bigger roof on. I'm always thinking. I'm thinking now while I'm doing it. While I'm doing this small roof, how I could figure it out. So we just fill all these blocks in here. So hopefully this will look nice. That's our first little bit of the roof, which is kind of nice. I kind of like it. So we can put this strip across now. And we can follow this going all the way around. So I'll do this one last side and then you can fill the other side in. Hopefully you will get it correct. Because it's easily done going wrong on a build like this. Because like even me, I go wrong and I'm the one building it. It's like, so don't kick yourself if you do. This across like that. That's going to be our main peak, I think, because I'm going to bring that one out to about here. So in fact we can bring that out so it's onto here, bring this one out so it's onto here as well, and we can do the same on the other side. That doesn't matter so much actually. Just the back that's going to be like that. So we can bring this all the way across. So I'll let you guys fill in that little bit there. It should be easy enough. I should be back in the second one once I've done it. Right, so hopefully you guys have done that. So that roof should have been filled in. So I thought about this for a window design, which is basically we get the diorite and we put it along here. We're going to repeat this pattern for every single window. So we're going to do this side, it's going to be exactly the same. So you just follow this and I'll pause it so you can repeat it. So you go like this and then we've got two there. One underneath like that. And we've got three going across there. Got one bush. This, you can keep pausing and playing it over and over. And then we've got the one in the middle. One at the side like that. We'd have another one, that would be the middle one part of that. And then a stair like that. And then we'd just get a slab running all the way along, so it should look like that. Then what you do is you get the stairs going out like this. Like that. And then out like that on the smaller bits. And it should look a little bit like that. We can do it at the top bit as well. Like that. So they're all upright. And then for these bits, all we're going to do is we're going to raise this up. And we'll put one, two. And put one out like that. So I'll repeat it again. We're going to do this for every single one. 1, 2 like that. 1, 2. Then one below. Looks kind of nice. Looking kind of sexy. So we do that for every single one. We do it for these ones as well. You're just doing exactly the same thing. I'll speed it up for you guys. Right, so hopefully got that done, and yeah, it should look a little bit like this. Obviously on the outside, I think this is I'm pretty proud of this house. It's pretty beast. So we need to do the inside windows. I forgot to do the windows. What am I playing at? Let's get the windows done. On the inside, I'll probably have to do another video for the interior decorating. I'll clean it up probably towards the end of the video, just so like you guys can actually do something with it. But it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while to, because I'd want to do this one nice, because it is a really nice building. So it'd be a shame to, just put any old stuff in, I think. So I've got these windows. I think that what's best to do for like these top bits is just kind of fill them in with log. So all these spaces, and it'll just neaten it all up. So get that in there, this at the top. And everywhere you see a hole, do you know, like these holes in the walls from the thing, just fill it with log. And it'll just clean it up real nice. Let's put this all the way across here. So I'm sure you guys can go around the house now and clean it all up, make it sure it looks quite nice. We're gonna go onto the big roof now, which is I'm not quite sure. I haven't really planned what I'm gonna do with it yet, so I'll make sure I do this inside first. Actually, just make sure it looks nice. We can obviously get some medieval style beams going through the top of the building as well. We're gonna get a couple of those in at different levels as well. I find if you put them at different levels, it just kind of gives the build a bit more depth, and I don't know, it just makes it better instead of being all OCD with where your stuff has to go. If you kind of like mix it up on the inside, I think it ends up turning out a lot better. Right, get this all the way across. Hopefully it'll look nice. So the inside should look pretty nice. Yeah, so we can do something with the top roofs, maybe have just kind of little things you can go into. So now for the mammoth roof, so this is the back of the building and this is the front. So we're going to start from the front. So I'm obviously going to need my dark oak planks, and we're just going to do the same style. So we start from here, not this one, here. So we do the one, and at the other side we do exactly the same. We can do it from here, 1, 1. So obviously we're just building it up like this. Same on the other side. We're going to be joining all these together. Someone's calling me. What do you want? So I'll put these all together and just ramp it up, and then you guys can like fill it in. And then we've got the stairs, so it's just stair block like we've done with the other ones, but it should be just a little bit higher, just a little bit, just a tiny bit, so like that. And then we've got the log. That log will run all the way through, and then of course we're going to put the slab on top. I think that might be out too much, but oh well. So yeah, I'll speed this up for you guys, so you guys can be cracking on with that and joining it up. So obviously this bottom bit here would be joining up like this, and you're just following the same pattern. So yeah, I'll come back once I've done this. Right, so once you've done it, it should look like this. So this is the back of the building. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these bits here, and then we're going to have this going across here like that. That's just going to be the little balcony. And then on the inside, what we're going to do is from this bit here, we're just going to put it across like this, like that. We're going to leave the space in the middle so we can bring these up. So these are going to go all the way up, just like that. So for this bit, that's going to go up, and this bit, that's going to go up, and it's going to be really simple. In fact, we don't need that bit. We can just kind of fill it in with something, and then we're going to get the diorite out, and we're going to go all the way up to the top. It's a really simple top part, because I think we've got quite a lot of detail down there, so it kind of gives us room to be able to just keep it simple there, which makes it come together, and it'll probably show up on the thumbnail a hell of a lot better, which is a good thing. So this is the front of the building. We're going to put this across, and then we're going to put it out one more. God damn it. And then we're going to put this up top, this up top like this, and then we're just going to do the same like this. But this side at the front, we're going to obviously have a little doorway that we can get out like that. We can put this across like that, and then in the middle we can obviously put it up. So we put the die right in there and there, and then this little bit, this across here, and then all the way to the top like that. So obviously we're gonna build onto this. I think we should do one there, one block, and we can kind of do this kind of thing like that. So that's a full block, and then we can have this full block here. In fact, no, full block here, and then we have our stair on like that, and then we get a full block. We can have this on. In fact, we can bring it up to the ceiling so it's like that, and we can point it out more, I think, for this little roof. 1, 2, 3. Get that on there, and then just bulking this roof out a little bit more like that. Get the stairs on like that. We get this going underneath here, and like a C shape here like that. And for this bit we can put these underneath here, so we're kind of sticking to the design we had down there. And across this roof, a little top, we can just have a little thing like that. Even for this one, actually, we could do a full block, because then we can attach the dark oak fence like that. And I'm kind of wanting, I don't know for this bit, I'm kind of, yeah, actually, put it out like this, out like this, out like this, so it's kind of fitting with the other roof. We don't need it for that, but we can put it here and here, and then I can get my bush on, my bush, 2 bush at the side there. In fact, I do not like the bush there. I don't like it. So we can have the bush in here, just to get some green up there. This bit here, we can have this going down, just for a little extra detail. At the top as well, we can just have the one in there. And then the roof, we can bring it out like this. So on all the bits, we have the upside down stairs coming out like this. So it matches in with all the other roofs. You just do it all the way down like that. We've got this side there, and we do the same thing on the other side. When it comes to the roof, we can keep that all flat. I think what I'm going to do for this bit is have that running like that, and then I can just have a bush going along the top, so it's something simple. And then as for this bit, I kind of want to curl it across the bush there and curl it there. It kind of curls round like that. Those underneath there, that's kind of shaping it. And then yeah, just the finishing touches where you put the upside down stairs there all the way across, so it matches with all the other roofs, and we have to do the curly little bit, and we're pretty much done, I'd say, which is awesome. This has taken a while, but if anybody does build this, Damn, son. Especially in survival. God damn. I don't know if there's many people who could. Let's get this running all the way around at the back, just so we're kind of covering it. Like that. Join that on there. Can have a little bit running down there, just for extra. So the roof part for the top is just like make it into a full block, like this. 1, 2. Put one on top, 1, 2. One on top, 1, 2, and then put that poking out like that, so it matches all the other roofs. And then take a look back. So that is the back of the building, sexy. And the front of the building, sexy. So obviously we've got this bit here as well. Let's have a little look what we could do for this. So obviously we've got the doorway. It's going to be 3 high. We can have that open plan, and we can put the diorite in there at the top. This one we can have it at the right height, and then the diorite obviously on the inside. We're going to have to fill that in. We can even do full diorite like that. The inside for this bit we're going to have to fill it up, and we just basically fill it in like this across all the rooftops. We can put some more beams in after. Let's have a look. So this little bit here we can actually, what we can do is run that across here. And when it comes to sloping down like this, we can just remove these ones. We can add stairs sloping down and get that under. That could be a full block or something like that. Get it like that, and then get the half slab, run it across like this. Could have it high at this point and then low at this point, so just like that. So you can obviously get into it. You can remove these bits here, or we can have them go up to the ceiling, which I think would look fine, like that. And then obviously we're following the same pattern, so we're going across the top of the windowsills, and the windowsill would be at this height. We'd probably have stairs going down into that height, so you can fill all that in. Trying to think for the other sort of stuff. I can probably definitely do the interior in another video, and like the inside and the roofing and stuff. I think there's loads of cool stuff that we can do with that. I'll just fill this little bit in here. But yeah guys, if you do manage to build this, make sure you send a picture on Twitter or something, or Instagram. I'm on Instagram. All the links are in the description. If you do like this tutorial, make sure you slap that like button and subscribe, because it really does help me out, really does. But yeah, I kind of like this so far. It's beautiful. Look at that. We can get some plants and stuff in here now. I think for this corner we could, because it's a bit bare, could get these plants going in here. Even for these windows, just fill them all in. Or in fact, just get it the 1 height. I think that looks quite nice like that. You can have some vines coming down. But this bit here, you can replace that, put the stair in, maybe one there, one tucking up like that, just to make it a bit more grand. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there you go guys. Didn't kill me at all. Oh my god. So yeah, definitely slap that like button, subscribe for this one, because this took a long ass time. Alright, catch you in another one guys. Peace.